ESPN and Major League Eating welcome you to the 2024 Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest. We're here at the corner of Stillwell and Surf, Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York, Kings County. It's Independence Day. A throng building in anticipation. There is eating to be done, a gathering of the maestros of mastication. The mustard belt will change hands for the first time in 8 years. The dogs are on the grill. The buns are being split apart. The condiment dispensers filled to the brim. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the conditions, frankly, they are ideal.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is when our nation comes together as one. Derek Stevens in Las Vegas, Pete Haywood in Massachusetts, Drew Cerza in Buffalo, Russell Biven and George Ewart in Knoxville. We are all Americans right now. And so to the matter at hand, the Nathan's Famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. 10 minutes, all you can eat. Count it down with me from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! I'll give you updates. Yep, thank you.
Rich, we've been talking about the ideal conditions, especially in contrast to last year when you almost got rained out. How does that affect the actual eating that is taking place?
Well, it's just easier on the eaters because they're out here early in the morning. You know, they got off the bus quite a while ago. They don't want to sit in the heat too long. And right now we got 4 aspirants at the center of the table, Jeremy. 4 top competitors. None of them has won Coney. You know, Bertoletti, Esper, Webb, and Wary. It's like this year's quarterback class. Maybe Esper and Webb, or Caleb Williams and Drake May. Wary might be in that 4th slot, right? He might be McCarthy, but he has the physical and mental tools needed to succeed.
How do you think he might be motivated, Nick, by the performance of Miki Sudo, his betrothed, her record-breaking performance about an hour and a half ago here on this very same stage?
Well, I'll tell you, I've been married for 25 years and not do anything to keep that going. I'm sure he feels the same way about Mickey. And, you know, one great thing is that Nathan's has eclipsed 2 million dogs donated to the food bank for New York City, and that's a great thing to mention at the top of this show.
That's a lot of dogs.
Yeah. You know, Esper, right there with that baseball hat, he is, at 49, the oldest competitor at the table. I asked him, do you fear getting older? He told me, Rich, age is just a number. And you know what? I agree, Jeremy. Look, Evan Dando is about to tour this fall, 25 dates in 4 weeks. Look at Jagger and Keith, right? You might call Jeff Esper old. We call him the Cal Ripken of the calorie.
I mean, we have James Webb right now on a 70-dog pace. We don't expect him to be able to maintain that. But when we talked to him yesterday, he was confident that he could approach that 70-dog threshold that has only been reached by one man.
Weird.
One man, Joey Chestnut.
We are deadlocked right now. We're 5 minutes in. This is where endurance is crucial. The dogs keep coming, plate after plate. They're stacking up like issues of the New Yorker on my bedstand. It's relentless. I mean, I got a job and kids, Jeremy. If I make it through Talk of the Town, I'm impressed with myself.
And Tiffany Green has more on the man from down under.
Well, standing in the splash zone, watching James Webb, he's downing 3 dogs at one time. As Miki Sudo just pointed out to me, that doesn't happen very often. And so James Webb didn't even have Nathan's Hot Dogs participate or practice with in Australia. So he came in to visit a friend in Dallas about a week ago, and he upped his number from 45 to 58 and a half hot dogs in preparation for today's event.
Next, Rich, I was backstage earlier before the competition with Webb and Bertoletti. They are friendly with each other, and they said, actually Pat said, you're talking a 1-2. You're talking a 1-2 right here. There was absolute total confidence from both of them, but only one can win the mustard belt. And by the way, Jeff Esper is right there.
He's right there, you know. It's such a big opportunity for Esper today. A terrific eater, but he's always finished second in Coney. Always blocked by Joey. Can't break through like John Stockton's Jazz were blocked by Jordan's Bills. Like Embiid was blocked by Josh Hart. You know, and I can see the judges in the pit there. You know, Liam Gayron down in the officials pit. Like, those in our higher court. Liam has occasionally shown impartiality, so Emily has gone ahead and made him a lifetime appointee. The king.
And look what Yamamoto is doing. King Yamamoto 35 right there, too. I mean, this is still anybody's competition. We knew this was going to be good, Rich. We didn't know it was going to be this good.
Yeah.
And Pat Bertoletti, for a lot of people who are old school fans of competitive eating, there is an emotional connection because he really does represent the very beginnings of the sport as a mainstream preoccupation.
Yeah, he is a fan favorite. You know, he left the sport for a while, like Jordan, right? And you know,
very much
less
like
controversy around the around the Bertoletti absence, but he's back and he's looking to dominate. This would be an amazing thing, and I'm sure if Joey's watching on, he's rooting for his buddy Pat. You know, go ahead.
Rich, the fact that, you know, we've got so many eaters who are bunched together, what kind of pressure does that put on the judges who were sworn in by your brother before the competition?
It's a high pressure thing down in the spray zone, but these are trained officials. You know, all of a sudden Webb is doing cardio, you know, totally behind. He keeps waving in more dogs. This is like mezzanine financing meets competitive eating, only the risk is all Webb's.
Look, at this point, I mean, we have to say, I mean, what we're seeing with these counts, and we have to emphasize again, they're unofficial. Pat Bertoletti has reached the 50-dog milestone. That's a big deal.
Yep.
And he's pulling ahead.
Esper, over-under for Esper coming in at 49.5, came in at -110. I love the guy. He's like a character in a Richard Ford novel. Relatable, not bigger than life, full of mystery.
The Sports Writer.
That Sports Writer is a great book.
Who had Bertoletti? I'm trying to remember. Who had Bertoletti when this before this started? You know.
Yeah.
And at this point, I mean, is it over? Is 5 dogs assuming that this count holds? Is it over? Is Pat Bertoletti going to be our champion?
Well, is he going to break his own personal best of 55? This 54 with 39 seconds left. Teddy Roosevelt would be proud today. At this moment, Pat Bertoletti is the man in the arena. No victory without struggle. Fulfilling his promise as a citizen and about to be named Nathan's champion.
Again, Pat Bertoletti means so much to the people who follow this sport. And he's been out of it, for the most part, for a long time. But he is roaring back in a way that very few, except me, could have anticipated.
Yeah, it is, and Esper's still hanging tough. 10 seconds to go, but I think Pat Bertoletti's about to have a Coke and a smile here at Nathan's Famous.
3, 2, 1, put down your hot dog!
A personal best for Pat Bertoletti out here in Coney Island. 2 historic events.
4th place,
Pat
the
had
number
it.
4 ranked eater in the world with 46 3/4 hot dogs and buns, the great Nick Werry. In 3rd place with 52 hot dogs and buns, representing the great nation of Australia, James Webb, 52. However, after that back and forth battle, we had one of these eaters had 53 hot dogs and buns, and one of these eaters had 58. And the winner is Patrick Bertoletti, 58, Nathan's Famous hot dogs and buns. In 2nd place, the great Geoffrey Esper. Patrick Bertoletti, 58 hot dogs and buns, a personal best for him, a very hard-fought battle. Patrick, how do you feel? Incredible performance. I've never seen you so in sync. How do you feel?
It was all focused today, no mohawk, just hot water, and I wasn't going to stop eating until the job was done.
Ladies and gentlemen, the number 9 ranked eater in the world, that's going to change today. 275 jalapeno peppers and 58 hot dogs and buns, Patrick Bertoletti. Chicago, Illinois.
Patrick Bertoletti, you wanted to hoist that mustard belt for so long. How does it feel now? You told us it's going to be life-changing. Is it that?
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, but today I'm getting married.
58 hot dogs. You wanted to eclipse that number of 55. You did more than a decade. What did it take to get here?
3 months of practice, dedication, and I just can't believe it. I'm always second or third, and this is big.
You always said in previous contests that you didn't necessarily do your best on this stage, even though you practiced well. What helped you get over the hump this time?
I lost some weight, just lots of work, and there was an urgency. With Joey not here, I knew I had a shot, and I was able to unlock something that I don't know where it came from, but I'm not complaining.
Congratulations.